All right, so this is part 2. For some reason, episode 32 froze up on me. I still had chat, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. Let's see if I can get everybody back. So there's Justin. Kevin's back. Jason's back. No idea. It showed like it was recording. It was still clocking everything. And I could see your chats. So good thing you guys let me know what was going on. So yeah, you're right. Once I broke that $100 profit, the whole thing locked up on me. All right. Let's see. So how many got back in here? Everybody get back? You know, technology. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it's aggravating, that's for sure. So anyway, so let's say, yeah, Andrew's back. All right, there, Andrew. $100 profit run. Okay. So welcome back. All right, Sammy's back on here. All right, so here we go. Part 2, episode 32. We're going to pick up where we left off. $112 profit on that one. I'm not sure how much of that y'all saw. But anyway, it was showing it was still recording, but obviously it was not. So thanks to YouTube, this is what we work with here. All right, so I wouldn't think we'd get a lot of points for that session. We only went, I don't know, 14 spins, give or take, or something like that. So, I mean, I would say we might have gotten 50 points. So let's just go with that. We're going to say 50 points for that session right there. All right, and $112 profit. So we've got our $400 right here. We've got $112. I'm just going to say it was $100 profit. Let's just say we tipped the dealer the $12 extra we had right there. All right. Let's see if it stays connected now. In the world, I don't even have bad weather outside or nothing. Anyway, that's how it goes. Like 30 Day says, you know, these things happen whenever we're running on live. You just never know how it's going to go. All right, y'all got anything you want me to run out tonight? So we just ran out the arrow strategy. Just trying the other the change that that Mike suggested, and actually somebody else had suggested that during the week. It worked, you know, was really worked out or not, because I really don't think it helped us. But maybe on 1 or 2 spins, we just didn't lose everything. We lost most of everything. So anyway, whatever. All right, let's do a split in the wheel. I like splitting the wheel. So let's do split the wheel. All right, split the wheel. Splitting the wheel is a $100 buy-in. This is a walk up and run a strategy kind of thing. So $100, remember, cash on the table, your CPAS card, they scan it, give it back to you. That's how you get your points on the cruise. All right, so we take $100, we get it all in red chips, and we make 2 stacks of $50. So 10 chips each. And we're going to go, let's go high, $50. We're going to go first 12 for $50, but we're going to take 2 of those chips, which is $10, and we're going to pick one of these. So I'm going to go 16, 17, 18 street right there. And our goal is to double our money, but it takes 4 wins to do it. So can we double our money? I don't know. We're going to see. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. You just can't ever tell. All right, so 7. That's exactly what we want to have happen. All right, so there we go. There. That should be a $20 profit right there. So now we take that and we make 2 stacks again. Now that should be 2 stacks of 60. We're going to keep it where it's at tonight. We're not going to move it around tonight. Okay? So now we have 60, 50, and 10. Let's see what happens. Everybody still good? I got to get my viewers up. I can't figure out how to get the viewers up. I got like 10 or 11 of you, and there's, you know, usually 10 to 20 showing up. And of course, it is 00. All right. Well, that didn't work. So that $100 profit we had a second ago is gone. still here. All right, Justin says we're still here. All right, so we lost $100. All right, what are we gonna do now? Y'all got anything special you want me to try? We only went 2 spins with that and lost $100. It went perfectly. Let's oh, that was splitting the stacks, wasn't it? I did need to do split the wheel. So splitting the wheel. Let's do splitting the wheel. 400 right here. So $400. We're gonna do splitting the wheel. I know you guys see the same strategies every week, but I'm still ironing out the details on some of these. All right, so there it is. So it's a $40 average, $40 bet to start with. We're covering 8 splits, which is 16 numbers. And if you looked at those numbers that's covered on the wheel, they have pretty good coverage around the wheel. So I feel like they should come around more often than they do. But, you know, hey, it's always a toss-up. Okay, so that is a $50 profit because that's 17 chips there. All right, there's 7 chips out there, which means 10 chips. So that would be $50. So I'm just going to go ahead and pocket that $50 there. So every time we're even or in profit, we're going to collect 2 green chips. All right, Justin says, I've been a big fan of the 3 units on black, 2 units on the 3rd column lately. Been doing 75.50. Okay, we'll run that next, Justin. We'll run that next. All right, so we lost all that, so that's that. And this here, I'm going to kind of do like a Fibonacci thing, so we're going to skip the 2nd step, to be honest. So 2 chips on each of these now. So $10 each, right there. What is that? That's spin 3, I think. Yeah, we won the first one, lost the second one. Now we're on spin 3. All right, 18. All right, so that should pay 30, 34. All right, there's 20. There's 30, 34. Now we're going to reduce it back down, 1 chip each again, back down to base. Bring all this back to our rack here. Now we're setting at, oh, I need that right there too. So that's $20. So $70 and another 40 out there. All right, we're over $100 profit right now. Maybe we should walk away. All right, 28. I wish this strategy covered 28 because it seems like that 28 gets us quite often. I could shift them, I guess, but I'm liking the coverage on the wheel with this strategy is what I'm liking most. All right, 0. All right. Again, that's going to be a 34 chip win right there. Okay. All right, let's bring that back to our rack. Let's see where we're at. I think we're pretty good. All right, let's pull the plug. That's 5 spins. So we went 5 spins with that one. So we were in for 400. And let's see, 400 in, we're out. So that should be, that's 100 there. 150, $170. So 570 out. Okay, and our average was $40 to start. Then we went up to $80, but 80 is about as high as we went. And we only went 5 spins with it. So as far as points goes, I don't know, 25, 30 points. Not a lot. All right, let's say 30 points. Not many, but we made some good money on it. All right, so there we go. So 400. So let me get my 400. My 400 back. 100, and there's that 50. 170 right there. We're going to take that back to our rack. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what Justin was talking about. Money is better. yeah, money. Sometimes money is better for sure. All right, so let's see what Justin was talking about here. Let's go with that. Justin, what's your normal buy-in playing that strategy that you're talking about there? So give us some money. Give us a dollar value on what you buy in for, because it looks like you're playing. Jason, when you're playing that strategy, it's the same as 5x $25 double streets. Let's see. So he does a $500 buy-in. All right, so here we go. So we have 400. There is 500 right there. We're going to get 500 in. Do we do green chips? It looks like we can do green chips. So let's just do green chips. All right, so that should be $500 right there. All right, let's do that. So $500 in green chips, playing Justin's strategy here. Similar, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with greens. Okay, so he's saying 3 units on black. So 1, 2, 3 units on black and 2 units on third column. All right, there's 2. So now we got 75 and 50. So that makes our average $150 or $125. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Now, do we do anything special on the loss? Do we double up? Do we just flat bet it the entire time? What's your theory here? All right, 2. All right, so we hit the black. We lost the column. That is a $25 profit right there. So we're going to bring that 25 back. I'm going to reset. I flat bet it. All right, so he says he flat bets this one. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see. Sorry. All right, 33. All right, that's a good one. That is a good one. So we won on the black, and we won on the column over here. Now we collect our winnings. It's a $175 profit right there. Jackpot. All right, should we walk away with that jackpot? That's the $1 million question. Should you walk away after that jackpot? Oh, we need to leave that there, don't we? Probably. All right, 19. You know, but hey, we're not going to do that. You know, we're not quitters over here. All right. And we're going to go 2 over there. So there we go, 75 and 50 again. Flip the chip. Yeah, probably should have flipped the chip. You're right. You're right, Andrew. All right, 17. All right, so that should be a $25 profit right there. Now, Justin, do you ever switch it up? Do you ever change it to red and move it to the middle column? All right, 0. You know, there was probably something there where we probably should have walked away. All right, so there we go. But hey, I don't know. You just never know. May get on a good run. We got to have a lot of black numbers though. 8, 9. We got to have 9 black numbers in a row. Okay, so there's that. So that should be another $25 profit right there. All right, 75. We're gonna bring that 25 back to our rack. All right, so Justin says, I have switched it when it's a lot of reds hitting, but I've found black to be more consistent for some reason. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just got to go with the feel of it, you know? Hey, 5. All right. 75, 50 still. We're chasing those black numbers. Ah, geez. That's 0. All right, there is 75 and 50 again. Profits go bye-bye, yes. That is for sure. 30-day. You know, like Andrew said, I should have flipped my chip. So these chips have an option on them to cash out or one more spin. We should have left. All right, there is a $25 profit right there. Come on, I think it's going to make a turnaround. I think it's going to hit something. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, let's see what we got. So we have $150 here. Okay, so now, to claw our money back, give me an idea. Zeros kill this strategy, that is for sure. Okay, so it's weighted to one more. Oh, okay, I'm missing some of that there, Jason. Let's see, what can we do? Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up to 5 double streets here. There's no way it can lose now. We've got too much coverage. We got the same number of chips out there. We can lose them just as well right here as we can the other way. Oh, Lord have mercy. Seriously? And it, oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. Wait, give me 1,000 on 34. Oh, Lord. We got 25. Let's see. Let's swap this out. Let's get 5 reds. 5 reds now. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's go 3 there, 2 there. All on the basket. Well, could be an option. Let's see. Now we're just burning the rest of our money. Trying to get us a few more spins. Because we were at, I think, 10 spins. Our average was 125. So this is where you've got to put, I've got to stay at the table as long as humanly possible. Okay? So let's just see if we can get more spins out of it. That's a little bit of a win there. All right. Let's see now what we have. We got 9 chips to work with. We got $45. Let's see. Let's try it again. Let's go. We're gonna go 25 chips right here. 20 chips on the second dozen there. All right. Let's see. Saw that coming. Bet all on second dozen, or take it over to the slot machine. Maybe get a lucky pull at the slot machine. All right. Come on. All right, there's that. All right, that's another $15. $15 win back toward our $500. All right. So now we have $60 to work with. That's 12. Let's do some splits. Let's hit some splits. So what did it hit? 16. No, let's go here. We're gonna try to cover the table and get some splits here. Let's see if we can get a split. 20 each. Black, even, big. Uh-oh. All right, everybody cross your fingers. Let's see if we can get one of these splits to hit. Come on. Oh, Lord. Wonk, wonk, wonk. All right. Well, that didn't work out. All right. Justin, you can send your money to me at Venmo at Roulette Cruisin. Listen, your will hates you tonight. Yeah. All right. So we had 12 spins on that. Let's see. So we bought in for $500. We're out $0. We went 12 spins, and our average was 125. So we lost $500, but we did get 100, and let's say we got 150 points for that session. All right, we'll just go with that. So 150 points for that session, but we're down $500. All right, what do we have? Somebody gave me this one a couple weeks ago. I was kind of wanting to look at it again. There was 5 overlapping double streets at $10 each, and then 10 corners at $5 each. So it's $100 average. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was Randall or Andrew who gave me this one. So let's buy in for another $500. It was profitable the last time we played it, so let's give it a go. All right, so here we go. There's $500 again. We're gonna get red chips. Oh, I need more chips here. That's the one thing, you need to start with a full tray when you try some of these things. All right, so $100, and I think it went 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all of the corners. So $100. I'm not sure. I'm almost thinking we did like a Fibonacci betting sequence on this. If it did, we're going to need more than $500. Oh, 20. All right, there you go. Off to a fantastic start. Well, that's going to be 10 each right there, isn't it? So 10 each right there. And then it's going to be 8 each on these corners here. All right. Let's bring it back. Let's see what we got here. So that should be 10. There's another 10. So there's $100 profit right there. Actually, $150 profit on that first spin right there. Well, I guess with the black third column, you just have to walk one of the jackpot. Yeah, when a jackpot number hits. Let's see. All right, so we got 120. It works. Yeah. All right, so let's see. I'll try it again. We got $150. Go have a drink on the Lido deck. Yeah, run while we're ahead. Let's put that $100 to work. Dr. S is waiting there. Yeah, well, did he bring a ladder? All right, let's see. Let's do this. Let's convert. No, I don't want to screw up a good thing here. So here we go. Let's try that. We're going to move it to the left just a little bit. See if we can get lucky. Yeah, Dr. S is probably there with a ladder. He's not on here tonight, is he? All right, 8. Hey, there we go. Man. We might be going to make all of our money back right here. All right, so that is 10 and 10 right there. 8, 8. We might get all of our money back. My hands ain't working. And there we go. Pretty sure that was $150 profit. So that's 16. There's 20 and 20, so that's $200 right there. There's 300. So $350 is what we're in profit right now. Whew. Randall says, I've been adding $5 each to the outside streets for a better win on them. Okay, so you bump it up to $110 on that. All right, try it again. Let's try it again. This time, let's shift this direction. So we're going to go 10 on all 5 of those. All right, here we go. Come on. We can do it, Justin. We're going to get your money back. It's all right. We got a piece of it. We got a piece of it. Play until you lose. Okay, or leave. All right, so there's 4, there's 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so there's that 10 for that one. 4, there's 6. All right, there's 8 there. And 8 here. All right. Well, we have almost recovered. All right, we're at $400 profit right now. $400. All right, let's go it again. Let's do it again right here. So 10. 1, 1 on all these corners. All right, $400 is up, and that's nice. All right, so let's do this. If this one loses, we're going to convert it. We're going to run point pusher for 10 spins at $90. Get us some extra points out of this. 34. Ah, dang it, we missed it. All right, so we lost that $100. All right, so because we need some points. We've got our cash, so we need to get some points before the night's over with. What time is it? So it's 9:53 right now. So I don't need to stay on here too long. So let's get 10 spins at $90 for the point pusher. That average was 100. So we were at 4. I think it was at 4 spins right there. So here we go. We're going to run. How do I have, am I short there? 6. Oh, it's 90, not 100. All right. And we're going to go $10 on each of these. All right. The only thing we're doing now is trying to finish our night off with some extra points. We want to get 10 spins out of this because we're setting with a $100 average running that last strategy. Okay. So we want to push for a few more points out of it to, because we're down. We're still down $100, I think, for the night. A couple $100. So let's see if we can just get us some points. That's the main thing right now. All right. I think I moved one too many. All right, let's see here. 31, that's another push. Let's run through 10 spins. So we bought in for 500 on this one. All right, 3, that's another push. And 5, Lord of mercy. All right, so we lost another $90 there. Where's them zeros at? We need those zeros to hit now. We need 3 of them in a row right here. So let's see, big day motivation. Do you get more points for the hours you play or by the spin? Most of what we found on the, especially on Royal Caribbean, I have found it to be on the spin count. I never do a session for less than 10 spins. And then I know what my average is for those 10 spins. I can go 10 spins, and if they have my average in there properly, I can run through 10 spins pretty quick. And then when I walk away with this $90 average, I have 90 points after 10 spins. All right, so 10. So there we go. Now I can't guarantee that's at every, every casino's that way. But that's kind of what I have found. And there's plenty on here that have experienced the same thing. All right, 25, that's another push. All right, so this is spin 10 here. Where are our zeros at? I used up all my zeros earlier. Right. Yeah, that is true. All right, 24. All right, that's another push. All right, so we're going to rake it off because that's 10 spins. And our average was $100 because we started that first strategy at $100. So we're leaving. We bought in for 500. We're walking away with $710. So 710. So it's a profit of, $210. We went 10 spins with it. Our average was, I'm going to say it was $100. So we're going to say a $100 average. All right. Let's see, 5 hours. So he says, big day motivation. I played for 5 hours, 2 nights at the roulette table. That's a long time. What strategy was you playing for that 5 hours? Hey, Bob, I always use Point Pusher to convert my free play. And yeah, that is a great thing to do, Justin. Because you can convert that free play pretty easy with that Point Pusher because you only have the 3 numbers. 3 numbers exposed. So it's not really for making money. It's just for grinding some points. All right, so let's see how many points we got. You guys go ahead. Start putting your last spin one-hit wonder in there for me. And while I add up everything, we're going to see how much we ended with, how many points we ended up with, and see how much it costed us per point. All right, so go ahead and start getting your last spin one-hit wonders in there. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And $10 right there. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50, 75. So $13.80 is what we finished with for the night. So that is a loss of $120. And 330 points. So clear that. So 120, 330. That is 36 cents per point tonight. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad. If we can get under 50 cents a point, that's really not too bad. All right. Put all this back. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. And I need this back right here. All right, let's see what we got here. How many we got playing tonight? Let's see. Let's see. All right, Jason says, doubt you get points on free play. You know, you do not get points on free play. Okay, so it has to be converted to cash chips in order to start getting free play with them. That's a good thing to bring up, Jason. All right, here we go. So we got Bob. Bob is up first. Do we have two Bobs in here? Make sure I write that down. All right, Bob, so you are blue, okay? So let's see, half on 1922 Double Street. Okay, so there's 10 right there. And let's see, half on the basket. Okay, there we go. So you got 10 there, 10 there. All right, Bob, you are blue. All right, Sammy, you are going to be orange. All right, so Sammy is orange. He says 12. All right, so there's 12. 12 on 13, 18 line. 13, 18. Okay, so 13, 18 right there. And that should be 12 right there. And let's see, 8 on the 17, 20 split. All right, right there you are, Sammy. You are orange. All right, who's up next? Randall. All right, Randall, you are green. All right, so let's see, Randall. 10 chips on 34 36th Street. 34 36th Street right there, Randall. There's 10 chips.